And good evening, everybody, and welcome here to race number 8 of the 2025 edition of the WRA Oreo Cup Series, getting set for this evening's race from here at the amazing Homestead Miami Speedway for the Straight Talk Wireless 454 laps about to get underway, and fuel is on ×2. So these drivers are going to have to make a pit stop during the course of this evening's event. Samet Ozkin is on the pole position. Comes this race 35th in the points table. A driver who's really been struggling so far this season, alongside is S Askraov, who a couple of weeks ago was the points leader. She dropped all the way down to 8th in the points after another poor finish. Cody Smart dropped a spot down to 13th in the points table. Alongside of him is Eric Stanberry, who jumped up 2 spots to 25th in the points table. He is a total of 9 points ahead of 30th in the standings, so he needs to have a good run today to keep himself in the top 30 in the points table to have his win count for a spot into this season's chase for the championship. As you look on down through the rest of the starting lineup for this evening's race, and let's see what the points look like also heading into this evening's race, as we're going to get the field rolling off behind the pace car. Don't know why I have the ticker up, but okay. Everybody rolling off. Gene Evans starting at the rear of the field. He made it into tonight's race via the go-home session. N Crenshaw is the points leader by 15 points over Nathan Fryman, so rookies 1-2. Maddie Crenshaw 17 points back, third in the standings. Skylar Taylor jumped up 3 spots to fourth in the standings. Courtney Lynn dropped 3 spots down to fifth in the standings. Same with William Ayers, who is sixth. Dylan Ebrahimian is gained 3 spots up to seventh. Shyla Askraov dropped 3 spots down to eighth. Kyler Anderson gained 4 spots up to ninth in the standings, and Sean Art is 10th in the points, 42 points out of the points lead. These drivers could not make it 54 laps on 1 tank of fuel. The fuel window is between 30 to 33 laps because we have it on ×2. So that means that pit road entry is going to play a major factor in tonight's race. Getting set for race number 8 of the Oreo Cup Series. Time's running out for drivers to try to get a win to get themselves into the All-Star race. And the Straight Talk Wireless 400 is green. Let's go racing. Somebody's blown up. That's Fitzwater. Oh, what a disaster of a start that is. Fitzwater's blown up. And our outside pole sitters had troubles. That's Shyla Askarov. She's got problems. She has lost a cylinder or something. That's not good for a driver who's top 10 in the points. And everybody on that outside line had to scramble. And all of a sudden, that's broke up a lot of things here. Boy, that was not a start to this race we were hoping for. Daniel Woodard, by the way, led the first lap. Here comes former Buffalo Wild Wings Series champion Monica Towns, who raced her way into tonight's race via the Gorgo Homer, and Fitzwater is done for the night. Engine failure right after he took the green. And that broke up the field because of the 16's mechanical problem. That is definitely not what Shyla Askraov needed. Yeah, she's got problems. Oh boy, that is not the way you want to start off this race, especially Shyla Askarov, who's been dropping through the points the last couple of weeks after she had the points lead not that long ago. And what that did is broke up this pack. Monica Towns leads, Daniel Wooder in second, Skylar Taylor in third. Everybody on that outside line that was behind the 16 got held up in the process. And everybody had to scramble to get around the 16 real quickly. They did a good job not wrecking. Unfortunately, they lost a lot of positions doing so. And as that was happening, as they're going to catch Shyla Askraov, and we're only on lap number 5, so there's got to be a mechanical problem on that 16 car, because she is not even up to speed. Oh boy, Shyla just can't believe that has happened. I mean, you were not expecting that this early in the race to have an engine problem. And now Monica Towns, currently your race leader as a process. Shyla's going to move high just to let Monica go. Let's see how many cars are going to get held up by the 16. Oh, Skylar Taylor had a jam on the brakes. Everybody scatters. Skylar didn't realize Shyla was off the pace, and that's going to break up the pack even more. But don't look now. Here comes this second pack led by W Ayers. As everybody's trying to get around the Ahoy Chevy Camaro. As W Ayers caught this second pack, I have a feeling the 16 is going to cause a crash. The way she is off the pace. Oh, they nearly wrecked. That was close. Oh, yep, there they go. Shyla Askraov just got wrecked. Kyler Anderson's into the wall. Oh, and Shyla just got wrecked by Josh Harmon. That's going to bring the caution out. You knew that was going to happen. You knew it was going to happen. And the caution is out for the first time this evening, as Monica Towns will lead us back to the line. There's Shyla Askraov. Heavy damage to that machine. Oh, be careful, 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 careful. Oh, no, they're going to back into one another. I was worried about Annika Ricci running in the back of her sister, or Lena Ricci running in the back of Annika, but that was close. Kind of early to make pit stops. While they're making pit stops, as Josh Harmon sits on pit road, let's jump back and look at a replay to see what happened that caused this first yellow of the evening. You knew this was going to happen because Shyla Askraov had a mechanical problem. See, Nathan Fryman nearly made contact. Senor Sean almost did. I wonder who was the one that made the contact. Oh, Reggie Fogelman got into Ian Griffith. That's what happened. Fogelman didn't realize that. He comes down into Kyler Anderson, turns Kyler Anderson into the wall. That's not what Reggie Fogelman needed because he's trying to get back in the top 30 in the points. Because he came in this race only 18 points back in third in the standings, as you just saw Josh Harmon slid up the racetrack and sent the 16 into the wall. So Shyla Askraov got put out of her misery by Josh Harmon, which I'm not going to be mad about that, but this will drop her out of the top 10 of the points. Reggie Fogelman, this is not what he needed. He needed to make up some ground to get back in the top 30 in points. That's not going to happen. And then Kyler Anderson, 9th in points. A lot of damage to the Walmart Ford Mustang Dark Horse. And, oh boy, we're going to have a bit of a point shakeup as the caution's out for the first time today. Let's jump to the restart here at Homestead. Getting ready to go back to green flag racing on lap number 13 of 54. Danielle Witter is the leader. She won the battle off pit road, but these drivers are going to have to pit again because they can't make it the rest of the way. Josh Harmon, 1 lap down. Monica Towns, 2nd. Eric Sadler, 3rd. Samad Oskin, 4th. Marinelli Dillion, 5th. Jackie Tang, 6th. Chris Washer, 7th. CJ Bracken, 8th. Skylar Taylor, 9th. And Quentin Moore will complete your top 10. Drivers out after that incident. Just Shyla Askraov from that incident. And also Zachary Fitzwater, who blew an engine right after we took the green flag. So a tough break for Zachary Fitzwater, who could not afford a poor finish. 26 in the points. He's going to drop outside the top 30 in the standings. And Shyla Askraov was top 10 in the points. This is going to be a big hit for her. We're also being told Courtney Lynn is 1 lap down. And looks like she's got some damage to the Liberty University Chevy Camaro. Look at the hood on that 24. So there must have been a pit lane incident involving the 24 when we were looking back at a replay. That's 2 weeks in a row for Courtney Lynn having troubles. And she came as race 5th in points. She did not need this as we're back to green here at Homestead. These drivers cannot make it the rest of the way, as I was talking about right before we did the field rundown. A lot more organized now that we got to deal with lap traffic number 1, but number 2, the field's not spread out like it was at the beginning of the race. There's Evan Ricci. I wonder if he had something to do with the Courtney Lynn situation because he's now off the pace. Is there any damage to that 12 machine? Yes, there is. He's got a hood buckle. Wonder if that's because he ran the back of somebody while they were checking up for the S Askraov deal. There's Ian Griffith and Reggie Fogelman. They got their damage repaired. The rear bumper's missing on the Cheerio Chevrolet of Ian Griffith, so that's not what Ian Griffith needed. And there's Courtney Lynn. Yeah, she's got definitely a hood buckle on that Liberty University Chevy Camaro. Boy, what a tremendous way to start off this race. S Askraov has a mechanical problem right after we take the green. That slowed everybody up. Zachary Fitzwater blows his engine right as the green comes out, so that's got to be gut-wrenching for Fitzy. And then we had our first caution with a 4-car crash in turns 1 and 2. That is definitely going to really hurt some people in the points. It's going to help some people like Eric Sadler, who comes in this race 39th in the points. He is dead last in points of the drivers that have made every race this season. That is a chartered entry. Of course, he'll gain another spot because Remy Crampton failed to qualify for this race earlier tonight. Leo Hill failed to qualify. He came as race 24th in points. And Eric Monaco, who came as race 11th in points, was running well in points. He also failed to qualify as well. So we're going to have another point shakeup after tonight's race, heading into next week at Pocono. There's Samad Oskin. A couple of drivers struggling in the points. As looks like Oskin had a run on Eric Sadler, but his car got a bit tight through the center of the corner. And I'm not trying to put any blame on my driver, Shyla Askraov. You know, she had a mechanical problem, and she was doing her best to try to get out of the way, but unfortunately just didn't get out of the way quickly enough. So that's a lesson she's going to definitely learn coming out of this. And, you know, I hate that she's out of the race, but, you know, hopefully she can just get off the slump that she's currently on and get ready for next week's race. Oh, there's contact in the back between Gene Evans and Morgan Henderson, who raced their way into tonight's race via the go or go home. They're nearly 4 wide. They are about to wreck if they are not careful. I like this Homestead better than the flat Homestead. And they're going to be catching Josh Harmon very soon because there's the leaders. They are reeling in the 77. Oh, don't tell me we're going to go 2 for 2 and lap cars causing a wreck. It's like Daniel Witter is going to try to go around the outside of the 77. Oh, hold your line there, Joshy. Marinelli DeLeon just split the 77. Oh, I don't like the looks of this. Oh, careful, guys. Careful. 77's off the pace. Member got involved in that incident. Oh, boy. Careful, careful, careful. Let's get through, guys and gals. It's holding up Sam Tenley, who raced his way in via the go or go home qualifying session earlier this evening. Look at how many spots they're dropping like a hot potato. And it's also helping Annie Crenshaw, the points leader, get back up to the front of the field. Daniel Witter leads as they're going to catch Evan Ricci. Oh boy. This is about to be a bloodbath trying to get around these lap cars. And like I said, the way they're racing, they're nearing 4 wide. And as soon as I say that, they're about 4 wide. This could be disastrous. Morgan Henderson nearly made contact with Bradley Reim in the background you just saw a second ago. That's a 12. About to go a lap down. 12 going a lap down. Not sure what the deal is with the 12. Oh, look out. He nearly pulled up in front of traffic. That was close. That was Marinelli DeLeon. He almost pulled up in front. DeLeon did a good job taking evasive action. There's Skylar Taylor going by. That really just scares me when they have to get through lap traffic. And remember, these drivers are going to have to pit again to make it the rest of the way on fuel. Because they pitted around lap 6, 7-ish. They can only go 33 laps because this is on ×2. So they're going to need to pit again, or this race is over. Eric Stanberry, who was right above 30th in the standings, he's about to drop outside the top 30 in the points table and have his win not count for a spot into the playoffs. There's Bradley Reim. Morgan Henderson, former Monster Energy Series driver, drove the number 34 Nissan. Did not find victory lane, did not win to make the playoffs, running in a part-time schedule in that Sunoco Toyota SXE for Red Dragon Racing. As we're going 3 wide for the race lead, it is Chevy. It's a couple of Toyotas battling with a Chevrolet. DeLeon, Witter, Jackie Tang. Now Skylar Taylor has put herself into the conversation for the lead as they are nearing 4 wide. Holy macaroni and cheese. And we're past the halfway point of tonight's race. Careful, Skylar Taylor. That was almost a wreck. And I heard somebody just came off pit road. That's Kyler Anderson. Bet the damage was too much for him to keep going, so they had to repair that Walmart Ford Mustang Dark Horse. Oh, he's coming back in front of traffic. Monica. Oh, the 18 had to jam on the brakes. Gaetja had to avoid running in the back of the Interstate Batteries Toyota. That was almost a wreck. Thankfully, good heads-up driving by everybody to avoid a wreck. Goodness me. These drivers are about to give me a damn heart attack up here in the booth as Josh Harmon's is going another lap down. Oh no, Skylar Taylor just wrecked Josh Harmon. Oh no. Oh, there's another pileup. Oh, they're wrecking in turn number 3. Kyler Anderson, Jalecia Kisman, Annika Ritchie, Eric Stanberry. Caution for the second time tonight. Deja vu all over again. As Marinelli DeLeon leads, but deja vu all over again if you're Skylar Taylor. She and Josh Harmon made contact. And both of them heavy damage and more than likely done for the night. Wow, as everybody's coming to pit road, let's jump back, look at a replay to see what happened. I bet you there's going to be some unhappy words in the ST Motorsports camp after tonight's race. I can tell you Skylar Taylor's not going to be happy about this. And of course, remember, they were catching Josh Harmon because he was off the pace from that first incident. I don't know what Josh Harmon was doing. I mean, right in the middle of the racing line, and took out his team owner, Skylar Taylor, and took both cars hard in the safer barrier. Looks like Skylar stayed in the wall that long. So tough break for Skylar. And then this is where it gets ugly. Watch the 51. Bam! Got Jalecia Kuzman. There's where Eric Stanbury gets damaged. So both the Rick Ware cars involved, and Annika Ritchie gets involved as she goes up and hits the Fastenal Ford Mustang Dark Horse. It also ripped the fuel cell off the 51 because there's no American ethanol. That's a tough break for Jalecia Kuzman. Jalecia came into this race, I believe, running well in points, if I'm correct. No, she is 27th in points. That's her night done and over with. Eric Stanbury will definitely fall outside the top 30 in the points table, and there's a lot of damage to Annika Ritchie. 23rd in points. Eric Stanbury, 25th. That's a shame. And Josh Harmon was 29th in points. But I can tell you, there's going to be a lot of discussion going on in the ST Motorsports camp after this one. So caution's out for the second time tonight. Let's get to the restart here at Homestead. Green flag going to come back in the air with 20 laps of racing to go. Sorry about my NR being dumb. Jackie Tang is the leader. He won the Battle of Pit Road. Chris Wascher second. CJ Bracken third. Cody Smart is fourth as here comes the lap down brigade. Monica Towns fifth. Eric Sadler sixth. Marinella DeLeon seventh. Matty Crenshaw eighth. Quentin Moore ninth. And Morgan Henderson completes the top 10. Drivers out after that incident, and I can tell you that was a lot of them. Eric Stanbury, Annika Ritchie, Jalecia Kuzman, Skylar Taylor, Kyler Anderson, and Josh Harmon are out of the race. They join Shyla Askraov and Zachary Fitzwater, who have all gone behind the wall earlier on in this event. I can bet you I do not want to be in the ride home with Skylar Taylor and Josh Harmon after that one. Unfortunately, I hate it for drivers like Jalecia Kuzman, Annika Ritchie, and Kyler Anderson, who got caught up in that mess. And like I said, I bet the ride home for ST Motorsports is not going to be a pretty one. I'm going to just tell you that right here and right now. As we are back to green here at Homestead, it helps these two gain some positions. In particular, Courtney Lynn, who's trying to salvage what she can out of this day, or out of this night, rather. As Jackie Tang leads the race. I was also going to say this before the yellow came out. If I'm Toyota drivers and I saw Fitzwater out of the race, who's that coming to pit road? Is that Courtney Lynn? No, it was not Courtney Lynn. Who was that? There was a white car that just darted for pit road. And I don't know who it was. Oh, that's DeLeon. Did DeLeon commit a penalty? Or did she not get up? Or did she not have any fuel? Or is this a stop and go penalty? Must be it didn't top off the fuel tank. Uh-oh, that's not good. Well, she'll be good to go the rest of the way. Yeah, do not want to be in that discussion with Skylar Taylor after what we had happen here today. Oh boy, Skylar Taylor is going to be absolutely furious. And to be honest with you, I don't blame her. Shyla Askraov was already checked and released from the medical center. Josh Harmon's been released from the medical center, although I bet he's going to have some explaining to do to Skylar. Kyler Anderson checked and released from the care center. Skylar Taylor's already checked and released from the care center. Same with Eric Stanbury, Annika Ritchie, and Jalecia Kuzman. We have 34 drivers on track, 31 now on the lead lap. Ian Griffith, the last car running. Well, as soon as I say that, he just came to pit road just now. It's been a bad night for Ian Griffith. Got involved in the first incident, now had to make an unscheduled pit stop, so he'll be a lap down. So I take that back. Now 30 drivers on the lead lap. Bradley Ream, the last of those. Not sure why Marinelli Dillion came to pit road, unless there was something that happened and they didn't get the um, tank full of fuel. If that's the case, that's a tough break for her. Was running inside the top 10 for most of this race here tonight. And Skyler was fourth in the points coming into this race. Let's check on Annie Crenshaw, the points leader. 28th place. The guy that's trying to run her down for the points lead, Nathan Fryman, 24th. Those two were first and second in points. And Maddie Crenshaw is running in fifth. So right now, looking at my live points, I believe, what was the gap between Maddie and Annie? 17. Looks like Maddie Crenshaw, if things stay the same, would take the points lead heading into next week at Pocono. My oh my. Excuse me. Oh my god, they're nearly 5 wide. Oh, they are 5 wide. Oh, there's contact. Chase Brooks and the K Wascher, they were 5 wide. How did they make it work? That was going to be a wreck happening between those drivers. They went 5 wide, and somehow, some way, we are not under caution. Goodness me. Like, settle down there, guys. I understand we have 10 laps of racing to go, but goodness me, 5 wide was not a good idea, and they tried it, and somehow, some way, we got away with murder there. As Cody Smart trying to go 2 for 2 in the Sunshine State, because remember, Cody Smart won the Daytona 500. Cody Smart comes into this race 13th in the points. He's still inside the top 30 in the points, which is a good thing. Cody Smart, he's had a fun off season. Of course, he is taking care of one of my hedgehog daughters that I have. And of course, he's got a hedgehog son in Green Jr., which one of my hedgehog daughters, which is Sonia, is actually dating Green Jr., which I think is a interesting deal, but that's another story I can tell another time. Tell you what, CJ Bracken's up here in the top 5. Great run for baby CJ. If anybody needs a good run, it's baby CJ. Baby CJ's not had a good season, 34th in the points. He really would like a good run here tonight, and so far so good. He's doing that. So is Eric Sadler. They're nearing 4 wide for second. Jackie Tang decided to back out of it. That was probably a smart idea, but we're coming up to slow cars. That could play a factor in who's going to win this race. And those slow cars are Evan Ricci. Ironically, that's Cody Smart's teammate. I should point that out at Penske Racing. And then Ian Griffith, who just came out of the pits not that long ago. Oh boy, if we have another fuel mileage race, this could get really dicey. Who's going to have enough fuel and who's going to milk it around for a check? And he was trying to go 2 for 2 in a row. That's not going to happen. Oh, they're trying to wreck in the back. They're like 4 wide in the back. Something's going to have to give. As Samit Oskin, now the race leader for RFK Racing, the team. Oh, wait, Eric Sadler's coming to pit road. He doesn't have enough fuel. Oh, my goodness. Fuel mileage coming into play. D Ebrahimian doesn't have enough fuel to make it. I wonder if they didn't fill up the fuel tanks. This is incredible drama we're having in the late stages of this race. Where did Bradley Reed come from? Oskin cannot make it. Neither can Crenshaw. Oh my goodness, who's going to have enough fuel? Oh, that was close. Oskin ran way wide. He's going to make it to pit road. And all of a sudden, all hell is broken loose. Drivers cannot make it on fuel. Chase Brooks cannot make it. Neither can Sam Tinley as we're coming to the white flag. Who has enough gas to make it? Oh my goodness, I was not expecting fuel mileage. Quentin Moore, if he wins tonight, it'll be his second win of the year and a possible solidified berth into the playoffs. Does he have enough? William Davis cannot make it. It's between Q-Man and Baby CJ. They're side by side coming to the line. Who's it going to be? Bracken. Q-Man. Bracken wins. Baby CJ does it. What a turn of events of this race. And Baby CJ, 34th in the points, unofficially has he locked himself a spot into the playoffs. Oh my goodness me. That was totally unexpected. Wow. And the caution's out, but it doesn't matter. Race is over. Standings are official, and I'm just in disbelief what I just witnessed. Baby CJ Bracken gonna get the job done. Quentin Moore, so darn close to his second win on the year. A second place will do for Q-Man, and doing his championship hopes a lot of good. As Quentin came into this race, where is the 34 in the standings? He fell 4 spots to 12. He'll be back inside the top 10 leaving tonight. K Wascher in third. Looks like J Ard had some front end damage, but it doesn't matter. The race is over. Gene Evans, top 5 for him in fourth. Same with Monica Towns. Morgan Henderson, 3 go homers, 4th, 5th, and 6th. Brooke Paquette gets 7. Daniel Witter, Reggie Fogelman. He turned a bad night into something good. Got involved in that first incident. Stayed out of trouble for the remainder of the night. And remember, he was 18 points back of 30th in the standings. I think this got him back in the top 30 in the points. And Bradley Reed will complete your top 10. Jared Johnson, William Davis could not make it on fuel. So the top 11 made it on fuel. Davis, Brooks, Tenley did not make it on fuel. Jesse Art, Sean Art, Matty Crenshaw, all the way down, as you look on down through the rest of the finishing results, could not make it on fuel. And this is going to really shake up the points because Annie Crenshaw, 30th, was your rookie points leader and the overall points leader. Nathan Fryman, 28th, second in points. Evan Ricci, 2 laps down. Courtney Lynn, 3 laps down. Cody Smart had a suspension problem, so that's what took him out of the race on what could have been his second win on the year. And then Eric Sandberry on down were involved in our multiple cautions we had for this evening's race, Zachary Fitzwater never even got to race tonight after his engine let go right after the green flag. But my goodness, was not expecting carnage and fuel mileage drama to happen. And baby CJ Bracken, rookie of the race, will take the win. Hope you enjoyed this evening's race. If you did, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to become part of the PCS Rating WRA crew today. We showed your full finish results. Your point standings are down in the description heading into next week at Pocono, which will have the Red Bull GT Series drivers and the Oreo Cup Series drivers coming your way from the Tricky Triangle. Until then, I've been D Ebrahimian R signing off. Good night from Homestead as you've been watching another broadcast of the WRA, the greatest racing since 2013. And thank you for watching another broadcast of PCS Ray TV, celebrating 15 years as the best center racing around the world since 2017. Good night from Homestead.